Hi, I'm Liz Schrum of the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show, brought to you by Grant Thornton and Madison Gas and Electric. On today's show, Tom Still talks about market forces and clean energy. In the Morgridge Institute's Dr. Sang Kim describes how this unique institute will help push healthcare innovations out of the lab and into action. I'll be right back with the WisBusiness.com stock report.
What has made Grant Thornton one of the largest accounting organizations in the world, with resources in more than 100 countries worldwide? Is it their global capabilities, or is it their passion for how they serve their clients? Grant Thornton.
And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for late April. Rising raw milk sales. Unpasteurized milk is currently getting to some consumers who hail its benefits, but the trade by small farmers hasn't been legal. Now it looks like Governor Jim Doyle may sanction the practice. He's expected to sign legislation that recently passed the legislature. Much of the dairy industry objects to the bill. And falling. Harley-Davidson, the iconic Milwaukee motorcycle maker, has little to show for the fledgling economic recovery. After a period of retrenchment, Harley reported a 71% decline in its first quarter profit, and revenue for the period was down nearly 20%. CEO Keith Wandel acknowledges the rest of the year is likely to remain challenging. That's the WisBusiness.com stock report. Go to WisBusiness.com for more on these and other stories. And now, with his Inside Wisconsin commentary, here's Tom Still.
To listen to some of the bill's supporters, the legislature's failure to pass the Clean Energy Jobs Act means the polar ice cap will melt away within a year and we'll all be indebted forever to OPEC. Conversely, some of the bill's opponents predicted Wisconsin's economy would run out of gas overnight if the state tried to position itself as a player in the green economy. Fortunately, neither doomsday scenario is true. That's because the immense market forces at work will continue to transform Wisconsin's energy economy even without more legislation to prod things along. A recent survey of 1,400 company executives by Milwaukee-based Johnson Controls found that most businesses are investing heavily in energy efficiency, either to save money, to reduce their carbon footprint, or both. Nearly 1/3 of the executives who responded to the survey said they increased energy efficiency spending in their companies in 2009, despite the recession. Alternative energy research and investment isn't powering down either. A recent federal report noted that wind power could become a major source of electricity within 15 years, but the nation may need to spend $100 billion to put the right power grid in place. The world's second largest solar plant is being built in sunny Florida, but even at 500 acres, its shimmering panels will produce only 75 megawatts of power. That's a fraction of what conventional power plants crank out every year. From algae to beets, from switchgrass to paper waste, scientists are looking for new ways to tap the potential of biofuels. The challenge is to produce those fuels by the millions of gallons versus the hundreds, and at prices that compete with fossil fuels. Can science and the marketplace get us there? In time, yes. The first computer in the 1940s weighed 30 tons, occupied 1,800 square feet, and burned electricity by the megawatt. Today, a single desktop computer has a couple of thousand times more processing power and millions of times more data storage capacity, and it takes up almost no space. It wasn't government mandates that transformed computing, but innovation and market demand. Those same forces will drive clean energy with or without a new state law.
Thanks, Tom. I'm back with Dr. Sang Kim, Executive Director of the Morgridge Institute for Research. Thanks for joining us, Sang.
Thank you.
First of all, for our viewers who might not be familiar with the Morgridge Institute for Research, it's a new private, nonprofit organization dedicated to taking ideas for improving human health to market. The Institute is focusing on several research areas. Tell us what those areas are and why the focus is so sharp.
The focus is sharp to achieve the discovery to delivery vision. We have two areas in discovery: the viral origins of cancer and stem cells, also known as regenerative biology area. And for the delivery technologies, we recognize the importance of medical devices and pharmaceuticals as the two pathways to translate discovery in biology to bettering human health.
The building that will house the Institute, as well as the Wisconsin Institutes for Discovery, will open in December. It's touted as one of the most unique facilities in the country. What makes it different from similar facilities?
Well, as many new buildings are these days, we have the LEED certification, which makes it a very green building. But from my perspective and from the scientific perspective, the most exciting thing about this building is that it was designed not to maximize the laboratory space for a given amount of footprint, but to maximize collaboration. It's a very exciting architectural vision for fostering cross-fertilization of ideas across many scientific disciplines.
Morgridge will be represented at the 2010 Bio International Convention in Chicago as part of the Wisconsin Pavilion. What do you hope to accomplish there?
Well, along with the governor and fellow citizens of the state of Wisconsin, I believe we can have a great message of speed and focus, especially with the role of healthcare research. We want to contrast against the current controversy of healthcare research contributing to increased costs. We want a countervailing vision from Morgridge that says our research and medical devices at the intersection of particle physics and medicine can dramatically lower the cost of life-saving treatments by factors of 100 to 1,000.
Thanks, Sang. That's it for this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. Thanks for watching. Our show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council and sponsored by Grant Thornton and MG&E. You can visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Shrum. See you next time.